17,000 clicked the turnstiles of Miami Stadium to witness Cuban Kid Gavilan defend his welterweight title against underdog Bobby Dykes of San Antonio, Texas. The tall, lanky Texan came in at 146, the same weight as the champ. Caution prevailed in the first round, but in the second the pace was stepped up, and the result of this round was the deciding factor that saved the crown for the kid from Cuba. Gavilan in the white trunks is noted for fighting in frequent flurries of wild action. The kid readies himself for one of those flurries, and as he drives Dykes around the ring with 4 straight left hooks, he crosses savagely with a hard smashing right. Watch closely. And Dykes goes down. The referee starts the count. Bobby's up on one knee, and at the count of 8, he's on his feet, groggy, but ready for action. Dykes manages to get on the bicycle, thus giving his head a chance to clear before the stalking Cuban can unleash any further salvos. Dykes continues to weather the storm by blocking many of the punches with his forearms and elbows, and effectively ties up the free-swinging Gavilan. But it's near the end of the round and time for another Gavilan flurry. Maneuvering Dykes into the corner, the kid starts banging away with both hands, and once more Dykes is in trouble. But the tall Texan again takes all the champ can throw and is still full of fight as the bell ends the round. This was, without a doubt, the round that swung the decision. Until round 8, Dykes seemed bewildered by Gavilan's frequent flurries, although he occasionally carried the fight to the champ. From here on, Dykes seemed to come to life and began to rack up points with his talented left jab and timely counterpunching. Gavilan, on the other hand, occupied himself with crouching under the challenger's lefts while looking for a chance to unleash a flurry. Here he finds his opening and bores in with both fists flying, but the clever arms, elbows, and footwork of Dykes takes him out of the danger zone. Champ's last-minute spurts were coming less frequently as the bout wore on. Coming into round 15, Dykes seemed buoyed with confidence. He had continually backed up his jab with stiff right-hand punches, and in the final round, he again spun Gavilan's head with lefts and rights to the head in order to offset the kid's bursts of action. Dykes, fighting his first 15-rounder, pleased his followers by carrying the fight to Gavilan more and more. Gavilan seemed to lack his old luster of constantly boring in from start to finish, and Dykes was constantly building up points by scoring heavily between the all-too-frequent Gavilan flurries. Dykes went into this final round with his manager's confidence that he was ahead on points and contented himself with giving just as much as he was taking, although the champ's heavier right-hand smashes counted more heavily in the voting. Both fighters were still wary of one another, but the welter champ frequently tore into Dykes in the hope of landing a punch that would send the challenger from Texas into the land of no return. But the lean welterweight wasn't taking any chances as he continued to duck the on-rushing swings of Gavilan and effectively tie him up. Toward the end of the round, the champ started a flurry of wild action with the hope of knocking Dykes out, but the game youngster withstood the barrage of blows and was ready for more action as the bell ended the round. Well, fans, there it is. A close fight with the two judges giving the nod to Gavilan and the referee awarding Dykes a small edge in a split decision that saw the kid from Cuba retain his welterweight title in a tough struggle with a determined Bobby Dykes.